Hi! This video is much shorter than the other ones because I really just couldn't find any more group buys on the couple sites that I use. The next video though will have several group buys that I think are really cool, and I will definitely look into picking up myself. Anyways, without further ado, I wasn't super interested in most of the keycaps for this episode, but I did like this one. GMK Cream Matcha is a set that is inspired by matcha latte, which is pretty apparent from the name as well as the color scheme. I have said previously that I'm usually not the biggest fan of green sets, but I do like the color chosen for this set as well as the novelties. The colors do remind me of GMK Core or EPPD Soju if the color scheme was inverted, but those two sets also use a brighter white compared to the cream color used in this one. One thing of note is that this set actually doesn't feature an accent color like many other sets. The designers wanted to be true to their inspiration, so as a result, they decided to keep it simple with the matcha green and cream. I personally am a fan of having accent colors, and I think that they probably could have used one, as matcha does come in various colors, but I respect their choice and I don't think that the lack of one really ruins the design. The base kit does include hiragana sub-legends as the theme of the set is based off of matcha, but if you aren't a fan of sub-legends, there will be a Latin-only Alphas kit available to purchase. The novelties have different designs related to matcha, and I think that they all look really clean. If you do end up joining the group buy, I would highly recommend that you pick up this kit to customize your set, just so that people know the theme. Other than that, there's a spacebar kit, a numpad kit, as well as a Nord UK kit, which should offer pretty good support for some layouts and language users. There will also be 2 metal artisans for sale, one from Thok and one from Acero Foundry. I think that the Thok design is a better one out of the two, but I have heard that Thok can be pretty unresponsive, and I've seen a decent amount of order issues on their Discord. My friend did receive the artisan from Cat Space Dust though, and although it doesn't look exactly like the renders, it does look really nice and it seemed to be of high quality. Overall, it's a really solid set with some cute novelties and decent support for layouts and languages. If you're a fan of matcha lattes or want a nice green set, I think that you should definitely take a look at GMK Cream Matcha. The Size.L 80 is a TKL with a really unique look. From the top view, it might seem like a normal TKL other than the badge on top of the arrow cluster, but once you take a look at the side view and the bottom of the keyboard, then you'll realize what makes this board special. For me, I think that the side view looks really slick, but I'm not the biggest fan of the bottom part of the board. The aluminum piece doesn't reach all the way, which leaves a bit of a gap. From the side, it's not too bad, but it does look quite awkward in my opinion when you're looking at the bottom. The Size.L 80 is a top mount board, which means that the typing experience will be stiffer, though according to the product page, there will be flex cuts in the PCB and it comes with the F44 plate, so that might provide a bit of flex. The top and bottom pieces of the board will be made out of aluminum, but the weight and badge will be made out of brass. This is quite surprising to me because the board is only priced at $349, which is pretty cheap relative to some of the other boards coming out recently. I'm not really sure how they're able to offer a brass weight at this price, and I haven't really heard of this vendor at all, but I've seen some of their in-stock boards because I've talked about them before in a video. I also haven't heard much about this vendor, so I'd probably do some research before joining. Overall, I feel like this board is pretty hit or miss. It really depends on whether you like the look of the bottom or not. For me, I like how it looks for the most part, but that bottom view kinda kills it for me. I do appreciate that the designer tried something new and unique, because there are way too many boards that look too similar in this hobby. Best of luck to the designer with their group buy, and I look forward to seeing whatever you come up with next. The Zoom 65 is a keyboard from Melody96, a sub-brand of Wutra Studios which was created to offer more budget boards. The Zoom 65 actually already had a previous run, but is now returning for pre-orders. I originally thought that I wouldn't be able to include this keyboard in the group buy video, because I thought that it would have been sold out by now, but there's still slots for March and April, which is kinda surprising to me. For $210, you're getting a full kit, a keyboard case, PCB, switches, stabilizers, and double shot PBT keycaps in the Olivia colorway. There have been some pretty good deals in the hobby as of late, but I don't think that I've seen anything really come close to this if you're looking for a complete package. This doesn't mean that it's all perfect though, and there are definitely some cons to this package. From experience, the included cable with the Keychron Q60 Aurora was better than many other cables included with budget boards, but it still wasn't all that great and I don't use it for the most part. The Keycap legends are also somewhat suspect, which makes it look like a knockoff AliExpress set. I have a feeling that this is probably the case considering how cheap the whole kit is, and it's honestly kinda disappointing. These negatives are all replaceable though, so if you're not a fan of how they look, you can definitely just source other parts. Overall, I think that the Zoom 65 is a good starting board. It's not the best looking keyboard out there, but the value it offers is pretty insane. It provides beginners with a full kit to build off of, which makes it easier for them to get into the hobby. For those of you who have been in the hobby for quite some time now, you can definitely consider picking one up for yourself, but if you're someone who owns and has tried a lot of different premium boards, I'd probably skip this one.